Makeup. I want to talk about the new Nicole Smith documentary that I just watched. It was so good, you guys. I love Nicole Smith. I don't know about you guys. But I used to watch all of her shows back when I was younger. And I just thought she was amazing. And I feel like she really struggled with addiction, you guys, and trauma. And she didn't have anybody helping her to get better from that, you know? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get into it. Hey guys, good morning. So in the beginning of this documentary, it's on Netflix if you haven't seen it yet, so spoiler alert. In the beginning of the documentary, they talk about how Anna always loved attention, especially attention from men. And when she was a little girl, she used to stand out in the front yard and do little flips and cartwheels and stuff like that and wave to all the guys and men and boys that were driving by and whatnot. One of her relatives, I think it was her uncle that said that in the video. It was just funny because, when you're a little girl, especially if you don't have a father figure in your life, which she didn't have her dad, you're probably going to be starved for male attention, you know? So they talked about that, and then they talked about her wanting to meet her real dad. So she first started using substances like Vicodin and Klonopin and muscle relaxers whenever she had her boob job done. Okay, and so the reason why I want to talk about this is because it has because I'm a drug addict in recovery from high-powered opioids, you know, and I thought it would be interesting for us to all talk about it. So she got her prescription of Vicodin and Klonopin and muscle relaxers after she had her boob job. Now, y'all have to remember back then, in the 2000s, you could get literally pain pills so easy. You would go to the doctor and get yourself a boob job and have a prescription of pain pills for a year. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it is now. So she got on Vicodin, and one of her really good friends, it was actually this lady that she had a same-sex relationship with. They became she said that she could see that, Anna Nicole was struggling with addiction to Vicodin, Yeah, your comments are showing. I don't use that. I use the Galaxy. This is my brand new. I have a brand new Galaxy 23 Ultra. I hate iPhones. I don't know how to use them at all. So when she got on Vicodin stuff, they said that she carried it around with her everywhere. Oh, thanks for the heart. That's so cute. She carried it around with her everywhere. And I believe it. Once you get dependent to opioids and benzos too, it's not an easy thing to just quit. It's hard. You have to get help for it. Especially benzos. Because you could go through withdrawal and die from it. You could have a seizure. So, then she got to meet her real dad. And they alluded to something happening, I don't know if her dad, raped her or what, but something bad happened when she met him. And, I think that caused her, a lot more trauma, So, it was just so sad, man. I loved Anna Nicole Smith. I was obsessed with her. So, what I want to really talk about is what her doctor said. So, her doctor came on video, and he was like, yeah, Anna Nicole was on methadone. And he said, usually people who are addicted to heroin were on methadone, right? Now, this is back in the day, they gave my husband methadone for pain management. And this was before he had an addiction. So some doctors would use it for pain management, some doctors wouldn't. Well, this doctor had her on a lot of methadone. Over 100 milligrams, which for somebody who never had a heroin addiction, And what he said in this documentary was so telling. He said, I had an appointment with Anna, and I was taking over her care from her old doctor, right? Her old doctor told me to be careful because Anna will manipulate you. Anna will manipulate you whenever she has a trauma or something going on in her life that, she's going through an emotional turmoil. She's going to want more methadone, And I thought, oh my God, like all these people knew she was struggling with addiction and nobody stepped in to help her. Nobody. People just kept telling her, yes, have whatever you want. Yes, have whatever you want, Like nobody tried to get her help to get off of all those medications, And ultimately that's what killed her, was her taking all those medications and her son taking her medication. So in the documentary, there was this gay guy and they were all at this party, and Daniel, her son, came to the party and he was drinking alcohol, and he asked one of her friends, hey, is it okay if I drink alcohol? I'm taking methadone. And he was like, why are you taking methadone? That's your mom's medication. And I thought, oh my God. Oh my God. I honestly had to pause the video because I thought about my son. I thought about my son getting into my Suboxone or something like that when he's like 20 years old. I mean, it could happen, He was probably like really going through a hard time. And he watched his mom be all fucked up all the time. And anybody who says she wasn't, you're blind. Okay? We would all see it. We all saw it. She would be all fucked up, slurring her words, not being able to talk, and nobody would step in and say, you need to go to treatment. I believe she fled to, the Bahamas, to give birth to her daughter, Danny Lynn, because she was under the influence and she knew if she had that baby in the United States, it would be hell to pay giving birth to that baby on the concoction of medications that she was on. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, makes complete sense of why she went there, and to get away from Larry Burkhead. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think Larry Burkhead's a bad person. I just think she didn't want him to be involved. Anna and Nicole wanted to have a baby to okay, Anna Nicole struggled with addiction and major mental health issues, trauma, right? And she wanted to be loved so badly. So she gave birth to these little children because she thought, my children will love me no matter what. My children will never leave my side, right? But that's not why you have children. You have children. Children need us to love them. You know what I mean? It's just it's fucked up. She did not want him involved in her kid's life at all. So she fled to, Jamaica? No, Bahamas, to make it to where he couldn't be on the birth certificate. So anyway, you guys got to watch this documentary. I just wanted to talk about the addiction aspect, because if somebody would have stepped in and said, anyone could have stepped in and got her treatment, helped her get treatment, because she was in a bad way. Methadone, Klonopin, muscle relaxers, mental health medications, it was really, really sad, and people just used her. Honestly, if you've ever watched the Madonna, the Marilyn Monroe documentary,